All right, so if everybody wants to put in their paragraphs, I'm gonna put the link right there. If you look on the sidebar, you'll see a link there. Go ahead and put in your paragraphs. Put your name before your paragraph or paragraphs, and then we'll organize them according to when they go in.
Remind me what you called this one, Curtis?
Which one? Sorry.
The one we're putting our paragraphs on?
If you look on where the video is for everybody, you should see a sidebar that says group chat at the top.
Oh, okay.
See that? And then just click.
Sorry, hang on. I gotta get back into it.
All right. All right, everybody, go ahead and read through each other's paragraphs. And Debbie, we're still waiting on yours.
Yes, because I'm not finding it. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Do you not see the link on the side?
No, I do not see a link.
Okay. If you're in the Google Drive, it's the one called Methods and Sampling Framework.
Okay. Okay, I was in the wrong one.
I think.
No, because I don't see everybody's paragraphs there.
Okay. Debbie, I'm going to go ahead and just send you a link, okay?
Okay, because I thought it was, you opened one up to call it research on majors.
That was a long time ago.
Was it really? Okay.
Paste. Okay. Oh, I just sent that to Landon. Hold on. Okay, Debbie, go ahead and check your email.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, mine again because the instruction said 1 to 2 sentences, so
Perfect.
it was easy.
All right, so let's just go ahead, everybody read through individually, and then let's talk about, so on my example, I think I'm only going to keep the first paragraph. The second paragraph was me just brainstorming. So
Yeah. When I was reading that, I kind of felt like there was like a little bit of like repetition between the first and second.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this was the summarized version that I came up with.
Yeah, as I read through that seemed like a pretty solid plan as far as how we're going to go and collect information, as well as what information we're going to collect. I feel like you guys expressed that pretty thoroughly and pretty well.
Yeah.
Here, 1 second. One of my roommates left something in the microwave.
So Landon, I guess we all need to come together and decide. Are we doing email as well?
I know, I'm not sure. I just knew we talked about it, so I just wanted to include it in there just in case we did.
Okay. I guess that's something that we all need to decide. The other thing that I'm concerned about is do we want to try physical copies of the survey?
I forgot that you wanted to do the link, for the.
I just don't want to put us through that. That'd be awful, in my opinion. Okay, so we need to decide as a group if we want to if we want to do both, if we want to do the email as well as the devotional, or if we only want to do devotional, or what we want to do. What are your guys' thoughts?
What's like, how much time do we have to collect this data? So I noticed there was 2 devotionals mentioned. Like, do we have like 2 weeks or?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
If it's set up like it's been set up in the past, I imagine we'll have like a week and a half for every assignment. So the new material gets given to us. But yeah, we'll probably have a week, but we could pull off 2 if we really needed to, I think.
Okay, just because my thoughts with that are, those emails might be handy, but we might not get a ton back. And I know personally when I've gotten survey emails, like, it's not that I don't take them, but I'll take them like a week or so later when I'm cleaning up my inbox rather than right when I get it,
Yeah. And even we talked about it earlier. Not a lot of our group actually responds to those.
Yeah.
But
it might be a little bit easier and faster if we didn't do the email, but I don't know what other people's thoughts are.
Could we leave it as an option if we don't get enough from the devotional? I mean, what else What's another option that we have if we don't get enough from devotional?
The only things that come to mind are tabling at another Devo and then tabling outside of major buildings. But that's a whole new project if we want to do that. So I think the best alternative to that is I think we could use emails if we wanted to, or we could just do another Devo.
How many responses do we need?
How many responses? Ooh, we calculated this last time. If we want to do kind of like the statistics with it, we need a sample size of 30 for every population that we're doing. So if we want it for each college, then you're looking at 30 times 7. So
210.
yeah, 210. We calculated it before, but anyways, we need a lot.
Okay.
But we're still looking at that. Let's see if I can find that again. Lucy, just a heads up, if you're saying anything, you're muted.
Well, I know Devo would be a good place to get everyone, but I wouldn't be opposed to. I don't know. We could set up another booth in like the MC, maybe. I don't know though. Sorry, I feel bad because I've been gone, for a little while, and I don't want to just come in here and just start throwing out ideas when, I'm not in the forefront of what's going on. But
Yeah, no, you're fine. So we decided, well, just based on a rough estimate, we did come up with 210, but we said if we tried to get a sample size of 250, then maybe some colleges would have more, some would less. Overall, we should have around 30 each college. And then there's 4 big doors, so then 60 surveys per door is what we were anticipating.
okay, yeah, all right, yeah, never mind then. Yeah.
Landon, walk me through your thoughts. What do you think?
I'm pretty much good with anything. I mean, I think it'd be good to have the option to do both email and the devotional thing, just in case we don't do enough.
Okay, so let's set up our essay with that format in mind. Let's do devotional is going to be our main spearhead, but we'll also have an email as a backup just in case we need more responses.
Okay.
Lucy, I loved your paragraph. I thought it was really good. Anybody else have any comments on hers?
Thanks. I noticed you guys all used like our plan and like we and stuff, and I didn't. Does it sound weird?
Technically, Lucy, I think you're the one who did it right.
Oh.
To avoid the pronouns. But I didn't know how to write it without pronouns, so I put pronouns in there.
Okay. I've read other research papers that use pronouns like that, but did they say not to?
We'll have to see. Let's just do big corrections right now, and then we'll try and make it all flow together. What did you guys think of my paragraph? Is there anything we need to fix?
It looks good.
No, I
like it.
the point.
So the one thing that I had concerns with is that both mine and Landon's do some similar things. So, and it's because we're talking about the same stuff. I tried to gear mine more towards, the different types of sampling, like cluster sampling. But let's go ahead. I'm gonna I'm going to copy and paste our paragraphs down below, just in that order that they are. Landon, are you finished editing yours?
I haven't yet.
Okay, I'll leave it for a sec.
Okay.
Okay, while Landon's doing that, I'm just going to read you guys kind of the rubric for what we're going to be graded on for this guy. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure something out.
All right. Whenever you guys want to read mine should be revised better to that plan.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and copy yours, Landon, and stick it in at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to read to you guys the kind of the rubric she sent us. This week, you will finalize your methods and sampling framework and begin work on the development of the survey. The methods section is roadmap for your project. This section provides you with a step-by-step plan to move forward, and it provides further researchers with instructions for replicating the project at a future time. This section should be detailed. The following items must be included. Sample. This is what I wrote. So make sure, as I'm reading through this, make sure I cover all the topics and we'll talk about it. So if you guys remember my section, it should have a brief description of the sample, including why this group was chosen, ease of access, representative of the U.S. population as a whole, etc. Description and justification for sampling method selected. Explain only why you chose that particular method. Do not focus on why other methods were not selected. So do you guys feel like my paragraph does that?
Yeah, well, you don't go into why other forms of sampling wouldn't work. You definitely stick to explaining why ours is important.
Yeah, I think you did good.
I do
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. So now this is Landon's. Explain how your survey was developed. Wait, is this Landon's?
No.
Who
No,
had- It was that.
Oh, yeah, Lucy.
that was mine.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna switch these two. And we might want to rearrange it. Okay, so the next section is Lucy. We had hers. We needed to include, let's see, explain how your survey was developed. Were questions based on previous surveys? Was it written entirely by you? Explain how questions were chosen for the survey and why. Oh, I think you meant to say thorough data.
Yes. Thanks.
Lucy, can we throw in a sentence that says we also included a free response at the end of the survey?
Oh, yeah. What if I just put it consisting
Yeah, multiple choice, fill in the blank.
and free response at
Yeah,
the end?
Yale rating and free response. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that fits the requirements needed by that.
Okay. What are your thoughts, Landon?
I think it looks good.
Okay. Debbie?
Yep, I like it.
Okay. Perfect. I think you met it really good. Okay, going down to Landon's. Yeah, Landon's. Once so his should explain. Once you've explained how the survey was written / will be written, you need to give a plan for distribution. How will you reach your sample? Will you use an online survey? If so, what survey hosting platform will you use? Will a reminder / follow-up be provided during the data collection period? How long will your survey be available? All right. Okay, so how will you reach your sample population? Lennon, I think it's really good. I think it is a little wordy.
Okay.
But that might be just my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I think he explains everything really well. I think it would be kind of hard to say everything and narrow it down.
Is it? I mean, am I all right to kind of like edit and kind of cut down on words, or what do you think?
As I would let each give the suggestion, and then whoever was the author does it. That way,
Yeah.
we're not stepping on people's toes.
Sounds good. So, for example, rather than having members of our group choose to ask people at random to take our survey, you could probably just put rather than having members of our group ask people at random. You could take out that choose too. I think I'm right next to you.
Rather than having. Yeah, that's fine.
I like it. I like your transition. I like how you fixed that. Made it sound like as a backup we'll email.
Mhm.
We need to discuss, okay, what are your guys' thoughts on physical copies? We chose physical copies because it'd be easier to do with people there, or what was our logic there?
I can't remember. I forgot that we had talked about the sending out links to people, but to send out links might be like if there's a lot of people that want to take the survey and there's only one of us working a table, it might be a little hard to do that rather than just handing out surveys that are already.
So
ready.
what if we had the link on a piece of paper on the table? Or even a scan barcode thing?
Yeah. I've never used that before, so those barcode things, so I don't really know how that works.
Like almost like a QR code kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used those once at the writing center and it's super quick. The only problem is people have to have the QR reader like downloaded already on their phone. Otherwise, they probably won't like stick around and do that.
Yeah. I agree that I don't think it'd be effective to send out the link to people. What if we had the survey all pulled up already on iPhones or iPads that we have, our iPhones, iPads, or smartphones, and then we just let them take the survey on our phone and then hand it to the next person?
It's just kind of the same thing. Like it depends on how many iPads and stuff we have, because if we only have one or two, there might be people standing around waiting for people to finish, and it depends on how long the survey takes.
Yeah.
I mean, with the question, like, yeah, is the survey? I wasn't around for the questions, but I mean, is it a pretty quick survey, or does it take a few minutes? Like,
Well, there's 23 questions, right?
yeah,
So
Am I the only one that doesn't want to do paper?
No. I think paper is really hard and it's going to be very time consuming and everybody's busy.
well, I know it'll be difficult too. Come time like entering it into a spreadsheet, to go paper by paper by paper, putting those things in compared to.
yeah.
But I'm not really aware of like any survey Qualtrics or anything like that would potentially like work for our situation. We could definitely look into it, but
I know I work with those for my job and they work really well. Qualtrics will actually analyze the data for you, which is really nice.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
You can also, when you take the link, you can actually shorten the URL. Let's see. I'm going to pull one up. I'm going to screen share with you guys so you guys can see what it looks like. So if we wanted to do it through Google Forms, let's see. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
let's see. So I created this one for just like a Sunday school lesson. And if I want to share it, I just go here and I say, get a link, and then I can say shorten URL. And then it's only that long. What do you guys think about that?
That's not bad.
So
And then would we just hand out that link to everyone?
yeah, we could put it really big on a piece of paper. Anybody who comes up to the table can like put it into their smartphones, that link, and then take the survey.
Yeah.
Do you see, is that a viable option? Why or why not? Are you guys, what are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think I fixed it already in my paragraph.
I think it's a good idea. The only I mean, I hate thinking of like, reasons why not, but I know at Devo on Tuesdays, Wi-Fi and cellular data are in the toilet, in the auditorium during that time.
Yeah. All right. What if?
But maybe if we're there 15 minutes early and people haven't sat down yet and Devo hasn't started yet, that wouldn't be an issue at all,
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Here's another thought. No, that would suck too. I was just wondering if we could give them a piece of paper with that link on it, so that they can go fill out the survey whenever. Let's say we only 30% respond, but we get every person that comes out of Devo. That might be enough, but we run the risk of having nobody respond, because there is no incentive or whatever. What are your guys' thoughts?
So you're suggesting that we don't use an incentive?
Well, no, I think we can definitely use the incentive, but like the problem that I'm foreseeing is like if we have people, either you have to use data, which isn't a big deal, like to do it there and get the incentive there, the little prize there or whatever, you would need to
I kind of like what you're thinking. Like if we just give them the link and say, you can have whatever, like you have to promise to go and take the survey either now or when you get home.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
They're walking out of devotional, so I mean, I don't think they're gonna. Well, I'm sure there'll be a few that don't take it, but I don't think there'll be a lot of people that go to devotional and then just lie. So I don't know.
That's a good thought. I like that.
I like that too. Anybody, is that a good option, guys? Is there any problems that we see with it? Can we do that?
So will we just print out that link on a piece of paper and then just hand that out to people with the incentive and hope for the best?
Yep.
Yeah, no, that sounds good to me.
Yeah. I like that.
We might have to pitch in a little more money to get more incentives because not everybody will respond. So Debbie, instead of buying just one of those 150 piece incentive things, we might have to buy two.
Yeah.
So
I will do some looking around and see if I can't find something that has more pieces. Yeah, I don't remember what that one had in it. What incentive would be good? What would you guys like as an incentive? So we're going to be dealing with people your age.
I think the one that we sent you, the link, I think that one was good. things like that. We remember we don't want to do anything with candy because this is a nutrition survey.
Right.
Anybody else have any other ideas?
Yeah, I second that.
Yeah, nope. Yeah, third it.
Okay.
Okay. Landon, sorry you got the hard one with this. Let's include our survey will be done using Qualtrics or Google Forms. Let's just throw in Google Forms just in case we want to use Google Forms instead of Qualtrics.
Qualtrics, Google Forms.
And did we incorporate that into what we just talked about into there?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I didn't incorporate the trusting them that they're going to take it. I mean,
Perfect.
I don't know if we have to mention that.
Yeah.
All right. Our plan for distributing our survey will
Portfolio. What goes in our portfolio? Oh, and then yeah, the framework is and for our project, we actually make a list. I haven't done it. I know, right?
I like it. Anybody, any other thoughts on Landon's before we move on?
No, that sounds good.
I like it.
Okay. Assuming Lucy likes it. 'Cause,
Interview is like at 5:30.
Okay. So, once you have explained how the survey was written / will be written, you need to give a plan for distribution. How will you reach your sample? Will you use an online survey? If so, what survey hosting platform will you use? Will a reminder file be provided during the data collection period? How long will your survey be available? Landon, let's just throw in your section as well as how long the survey will be available. Let's just say about 2 to 3 weeks.
All right, and where do you want me to put that?
You put on you could even put it right after, right before if. We could say participants will have a 2 to 3 week window to submit their surveys, and then go into if more results are needed. Okay.
I don't know how right I did mine.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you can only carry a part of it. All right, thank you. Because he understands it pretty well.
All right. Okay. Let's go on to the last one, data analysis. Once your data comes in, so this is Debbie's sentence. We got, once your data comes in, what will you do with it? How will you analyze it? This will be 1 to 2 sentences at most, but the data analysis plan, including the software used, should be included. You will add to this later in the semester. Okay. I think it's good, Debbie. I think we could, you've mentioned the software we're going to use. We need to mention how we're going to analyze it.
And see, I wasn't exactly sure on that.
Okay. I think saying something like using statistical methods and correlation. What is that? What is that called? Do you guys remember from EPI? When we did EPI, there were those plots like to determine causes. To determine cause. Do you guys remember that? What was that called? It was like something ratio.
I can't remember.
Oh.
So there was like control groups, and then there was like observational, and based on the different types, you could use one or the other. It was control was I forgot, but we could just include using epidemiology and biostatistics. We will analyze the data. That'll work.
Sounds good. Hey, say that again, Curtis.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I would say something like using epidemiology principles and biostatistics, or maybe not even say biostatistics. Using statistics, we will find correlations and patterns in the data.
Yep, but I can't remember what you said after that. Sorry, it's been a long day.
So,
Using epidemiological and statistical analysis, we will find correlations and patterns in the data. Oh, or we could say, instead of saying in the data, we could say in order to answer our research questions. And instead of saying an Excel spreadsheet, let's say into Excel software.
Oh, very good.
Instead of say the research questions, let's say our research questions. Perfect. Any other input from you guys on that one?
no, that sounds good.
It's good to me.
Okay. All right. Now everybody, let's. Sorry. I'm trying to decide if we should include an introduction and a conclusion, and if so, how to do that. And then I'm also trying to figure out if it flows, if we should read through it again and determine if it flows, and if so, and then add transitions if needed. What are your guys' thoughts?
I think read it out loud, and then we can
Okay.
help
So-
both together.
Perfect. So we'll do that. I'm going to read it out loud. Feel free to stop me and correct things as we go. Okay. So our first paragraph, our sampling method that we decided on was cluster sampling. Our target population is all on-campus BYU Idaho students. We want to sample for this target population while also getting a heterogeneous mixture of different college majors, stress levels, and social levels. I don't know if I should say social levels and
More
social
like social groups.
groups. Ultimately, we deciding.
I think in the first paragraph, we need either can we get rid of one of the two samplings? Maybe the method we chose was method we decided on was cluster sampling, or our sampling method was, you know what I'm
How's that?
saying? Perfect.
Okay.
You can say our method for gathering data, or the method for gathering data that we decided on was cluster sampling.
Yeah.
With that, you could take out our and put in the if you wanted to. Get rid of a pronoun.
Decided that
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was looking at it and I'm just like, wow.
How about that instead?
For our research purposes.
So it has, each column has its own.
I don't know. I don't want to make it too wordy either.
Is that better than the last one?
One of them has titles and then it kind of gives you the
So cluster sampling would be the best data collection method for our research purposes. Our target population. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that sounds good.
Should I get rid of our method sentence?
Yeah, no, I mean, that looks good to me.
I think it's
And then we can change it to the target.
Yeah, so the left column needs to be fixed. Looks like just right there. Yeah.
Okay. We decided that cluster sampling would be the best data collection method for our research purposes. The target population is all on-campus BYU Idaho students. We wanted to sample for this target population while also getting a heterogeneous mixture of different college majors, stress levels, and social groups. Ultimately, we decided that sampling all devotional participants would give us the best results with the least amount of bias. To develop the questions for the survey, each member of the group contributed 5 original questions. How do you guys feel about that transition? I personally felt like it flowed pretty good.
Yeah, no.
I thought great.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it works.
Okay. After the questions were submitted, they were analyzed by the group. Survey questions were chosen and voted on based on consistency with the research questions. I really like this sentence, by the way, and their ability to give accurate, thorough data. A total of 23 questions were chosen for the survey, consisting of multiple choice, fill-in-the-blank scale rating, and a free response at the end. The survey questions were then divided into 6 sections by the group, including demographics, college major, nutrition, stress and nutrition, social support and nutrition, and a final questions section. I really like it. Any other input?
I am wondering where it says divided into 6 sections by the group. The rest of us are using we and our, and there's no we and our in that particular paragraph.
No, did it bug you that there wasn't?
It doesn't bug me. I just wonder if it's just a little bit of a hiccup. I mean, it doesn't sound like it's all been written by one person.
Kind of like we should be unified with one or the other, but not go back and forth.
I mean, just throw an our or a we in there, just one or two, and it will.
There's an our.
Right here where it says each member of the group, of our group.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Do
Are
it.
you guys gonna use that? Or do you want me to?
Yeah. Well, so there's another one, and like literally just right beneath that, they were analyzed by our group. We could change that as well.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to read the last sentence and go on to the next paragraph, and let's judge the transition. Our survey questions were then divided into 6 sections by the group, including demographics, college major, nutrition, stress and nutrition, social support nutrition, and a final question section. Our plan for distributing our survey will primarily consist of face-to-face interaction as well as communication through email with UI students if needed.
Okay, make that a second hour into the, I think,
Which one?
this one right here, the one by survey.
Okay. You want to make it into the survey?
I think so.
Yeah.
Gives the hours that close together.
I agree. Also, I would change, I don't really like the idea of face-to-face interaction because it sounds like we're doing an assessment of, what is it, observational study rather than a quantitative or qualitative study. If we could somehow change that.
Our plan for distributing the survey will primarily consist of
I think I understand what you're trying to say. You're trying to say that the method we give the survey to them is through face-to-face.
plan for the survey will primarily consist of could you just say like physical distribution, or
Yeah.
of course that's using distributing twice in the same sentence, so we might want to find another word for distributing, but
Our plan for distributing the survey will primarily consist of
physical
we could even keep face-to-face, but like maybe we could say consist of face-to-face invitations to take the survey as well as communication through email.
face-to-face invitation. Well, because we're not really inviting them to take it, we're trying to entice them to with our incentives.
We could say, what if am I the only one that's bugged by that? Or maybe it's not a big deal.
It doesn't really bug me, but I mean, I wrote it.
Of face-to-face.
Debbie, what's your thoughts?
What about like exposure? Because that way it doesn't sound like we're interacting with them. We're more like, exposing them to the survey and letting them take it.
How about we put our plan of distributing the survey will primarily consist of face-to-face interaction. Oh, sorry, you did that. So no, that isn't what I was thinking.
Yeah. I mean, if that's what we're thinking, maybe that's the way to go. If that's the one that just came off the tongue,
All right, we're just gonna roll with it then, I guess.
I was thinking something else, but that is sorry.
Okay. Our plan for distributing the survey will primarily consist of face-to-face interactions. Can we say invitations?
Invitations?
What if
Yeah.
we say
Yeah,
face-to-face?
but that sounds like we're inviting them to
We're not
take
inviting
it,
them to
which
take surveys.
almost creates bias,
Gotcha.
What if
Never
we do
mind.
approach?
Okay. Our plan for distributing the survey will primarily consist of face-to-face interaction as well as communication through email with UI students if needed. Many surveys are done strictly through email, but past results and other experiments indicate that response rates are often poor due to low student participation. In result of this information, we plan on having students who attend devotional take our survey in person, and if needed, we'll email additional students our survey at random. With permission from the university, plan on setting up tables by each of the auditorium entrances with slips of paper that have links to our survey. Our survey will be done using Qualtrics or Google Forms. Rather than having members of our group ask people at random to take our survey, we will offer a small incentive for those who come to us and take our survey. We might want to consider the repetition of survey. The incentive will allow students to come to us, therefore reducing a selection bias and also enticing more students to participate. We plan on setting up 15 minutes before devotional as well as staying after for about 15 minutes. Participants will have a 2 to 3 week window to submit their surveys. If more results are needed, then we will do this for 2 devotional events instead of just 1. We feel that devotional will offer a wide range of students who have different backgrounds and different focuses in education, and that this will offer a good amount of results that we'll be able to analyze. That we will be able to analyze.
I think that second incentive, you could just say this will allow students to come to us instead of the incentive. What do you think? Right here.
You could just say this will entice students to come to us, therefore reducing selection bias.
Yeah.
And then you can take out the rest of that sentence. And also inviting more students to participate. I don't know.
I agree with Debbie that we could get rid of the incentive and just say this will allow.
Okay, yeah.
What were you saying, Mac?
Oh, no, actually that solves the same thought that I was having. So yeah, that's fine. This will allow, yeah. Right above that, someone mentioned that to take our survey is getting repeated quite a bit. And so the sentence above that I have highlighted, you could probably take that out. And so rather than having members of our group ask people at random, we will offer small incentive for those who come to us and take our survey.
Yeah, that's cool.
And just take out that highlighted section, yeah. I don't know, can you see where I highlighted or no?
Yeah, I think we can take that out.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, any other feedback on that section, guys?
Throw a comment in after random, and that should be good. Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
All right. We feel that devotional, so now let's observe the transition to the last paragraph-ish. We feel that devotional will offer a wide range of students who have different backgrounds and different focuses in education, and that this will offer a good amount of results that we will be able to analyze. When we have received all the information from the survey, we will put it into an Excel software to organize and sort it. Using epidemiological and statistical analysis, we will find correlations and patterns in order to answer our research questions. So how was the transition?
That was good.
It's good.
That was a good transition.
Okay, perfect. And any suggestions for edits in the last 2 sentences?
I keep coming back to putting in this right in the very beginning is when all the information has been received instead of when we have received all the information.
Okay, go ahead and edit that how you want, Debbie. That's yours.
Should we maybe say data instead of information?
I second that, Mac. I feel like we could even take out from the survey. And you need to put all instead of at the start of the sentence.
Okay.
Or in addition to, or sorry. Yeah. It just doesn't make sense right now when of the data.
No, it doesn't.
Elements of
I like it. Okay, so now the question is, do we need to have some kind of introduction and do we need to have some kind of conclusion? What are your guys' thoughts?
I think we do need an introduction, just because in the introduction we could say what our research questions are, and then this would explain how we're going to collect information for that research question. Does that make sense?
Yeah, anybody want to second that?
Sure.
How are we turning this in? Like, this is part of our overall paper, right?
I think so. You know how you read a research article and it has a methods section?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's what this is.
Okay. So for this, because I think it'd be weird if there was an intro in the middle of our paper, but for the sake of the assignment, do we need one?
I'm not sure. I'm a little confused on that. Did anybody read anything or know how to answer that one?
I mean, is it in the rubric? I think it is, right?
Let's see. It says the following. So in her post, one day it says the following items must be included, but it doesn't include an introduction or a conclusion.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try and find the actual rubric, and we'll see. This is the methods and sampling framework, correct?
Yeah.
Put those up all that right side.
So looks like this is the rubric. Be able to propose, design, and conduct a small research project. Be able to work collaboratively and effectively with other people to meet a common goal. That doesn't help us at all. Let's see.
Yeah, I know. Like, if this is eventually going to be part of one big paper, then yeah, I agree with Lucy. We wouldn't need an introduction here. But if we're just turning this in alone, and if I were reading this, I'd be like, okay, that's cool, but like, what are you guys getting at? What are you researching? What are you asking? But if she doesn't have in the rubric, then
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would say more specifically if we needed a introduction.
Okay, here, view the rubric at the bottom of the page and read through the assignment criteria, work together, write up methods and framework section of your research project. Here's the rubric. The study design was declared and will allow the students to collect the data they need to answer their question. The methods section is easy to understand, well written, and could be followed by other researchers to replicate the work. Define, and this is the second criteria, defined sampling frame, target population is reasonable and fits with overall study, sampling method is best possible solution and is reasonable for the study, justification is well reasoned. And this is the third criteria document is well written, grammar, spelling, and sentence structure are correct and professional in tone. Numerous misspellings and grammatical errors will result in reduced points. What do you guys think?
Sounds like we're fine without it, but
Okay,
yeah.
then we'll turn it in. Wait, did anybody else want to second that?
I second it.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So I think we're done with the methods and sampling framework then.
what?
And we can be done for the day. Has anybody read of the next assignment?
I haven't.
So, okay. I imagine the next thing we're going to be doing is actually creating the Google form or the Qualtrics survey. So, keep tabs on your text. I'm going to try and do the homework tomorrow, and then by Friday morning, I should know if we need to have another meeting Friday. If not, then we'll just expect to meet on Monday.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Yeah, perfect. And then Landon, did you get my email? I just need you to send me the agendas for each day. Okay. If that's it, let's call it a night, guys.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys. Have a good evening.
Yeah, you too.
See ya.
Hey, Curtis, quick thought too.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be in communication with you. You know, through class and, you know, through text and stuff like that. It didn't look like there was too much that I contributed here and there tonight in regards to like editing and preparing that to get turned in, but I guess, yeah, I don't know. Just let me know if there's any like sections or homework parts that you want me to, you know, help you look through and help prepare for, or whatever I can do to try and make stuff up, you know, as part, you know, just because I feel bad like tonight with this assignment, how I guess I didn't really do much with it, you know, like I threw in my contributions here and there, but
No, here's my perspective, Mac, and it's like off the record.